What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, legendary promoter, top ranked CEO and promoter, Bob Arum. Bob Arum weighs in and responds back to former unified WBC, WBA welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Keith one-time Thurman. And Keith Thurman ripped into Bob Arum via social media for about an hour. Nearly an hour, Keith Thurman went in on Bob Arum. With that said, Bob Arum has now responded to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was claiming that Bob Arum is doing undefeated three-division world champion, currently the WBO welterweight world champion, who is widely considered the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. He's doing him a disservice. And he stated that Bob Arum is absolutely cheap. And he stated that Bob Arum simply is just not looking, to put on the best fights. He's just looking to line his pockets. Well, Bob Arum had this to say in response. Bob Arum says that Keith Thurman simply don't know what he's talking about. He stated that once upon a time, when myself and our former legendary promoter, Don King, were at the height of our career, he says a lot of people, they had an issue with the amount of money and the amount of percentage that we would take from the fighters. He says, and they have a point there. He says, that's a good argument. He says, but this argument that I'm being cheap in a pandemic, he says, and looking to pay guys their purses out of our own pockets, when there's no fans allowed to attend in full capacity, when there's no closed circuit. He says when everything is down, there's 40 million people that's unemployed due to the pandemic. It's a global pandemic. So Bob Arum is stating that with all of this going on, how could Keith Thurman possibly state that I'm just being cheap? He says, that's why I'm a promoter and he's a fighter. Wow. He says, so if Keith Thurman truly feels that way, how about Keith Thurman? I'll allow Terrence Crawford to go with Keith Thurman. They find another promoter to promote the fight, and they fit the bill. They pay their purses, the big purses that they're seeking out, their normal purses. He says, and I'll be ringside watching the fight. I'll make sure I buy a ringside ticket and be there in person. Wow. So Bob Arum states that if he could find a promoter to promote himself versus Terrence Crawford, then he'll indeed allow Terrence Crawford. He would allow Terrence Crawford to go ahead, and he would be ringside and personally be there to watch them lose money. Wow. So Bob Arum has a point when it's, obviously it's not the normal times. The times are not normal, right? This is not, the normal times where you can have fans in attendance at full capacity. There's social distancing. There's limited amount of fans. We saw a few fights this year have fans in attendance. We saw Ryan Garcia against Luke Campbell, Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Smith, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. Those few fights that had fans in attendance, but all of those fights had to take place in Texas because Texas is one of the only states that is allowing indoor boxing events to have fans in attendance. But the max capacity was Errol Spence and Danny Garcia at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, Cowboy Stadium, Jerry's World, and that holds a max capacity of 100,000 fans, but they were only allowed to have 16,000 fans. Now, 16,000 fans is a lot of fans, but when you spread it out in such a big venue, it just doesn't have the same appeal, right? It don't have the same effect, okay? But the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, which is considered the mecca of boxing, that only holds a max capacity of 70,000. So it's nearly a full capacity amount of fans in attendance at Arlington, Texas, but it's the way it's spread out. So you pack 17,000 fans in the MGM in Las Vegas. It's a completely different story from having 16,000 fans in a stadium that holds 100,000 fans. Is real spread out, is real wide open, and you have 16,000 fans scattered. It doesn't have the same effect. It doesn't have the same appeal, okay? So Bob Arum is stating that, it's just not the time to fit these fights. Now, one argument I would say with Bob Arum is that Bob Arum prior to this wasn't willing to pay big money for these fights. Let's just be honest here. Bob Arum doesn't see these fighters as being worthy. Once upon a time, Bob Arum stated that Floyd Mayweather never going to be a big star in the sport of boxing. Well, how wrong was Bob Arum? Floyd Mayweather is not just a big star. He's probably arguably the greatest star in all of boxing outside of Muhammad Ali, and one can argue maybe Mike Tyson. But Floyd Mayweather has grossed in more money than any boxer in the history of the sport of boxing. He's done all the pay-per-view records are in his favor. Himself versus Conor McGregor, himself versus Manny Pacquiao, himself versus Oscar De La Hoya, and himself versus Saul Canelo Alvarez. He has out of the top 5 pay-per-view records, he holds 4. The fifth one is Mike Tyson. So with that said, he's broken and shattered all the records. So how wrong was Bob Arum, right? Bob Arum is just not looking, if he don't believe he could get a return on his investment for himself, he's not looking to place these big fights on that we, the hardcore boxing fans, and some casual fans, deem to be big fights. Bob Arum don't believe that revenue-wise, business-wise, it makes sense. It's not going to, he's not going to see a return for his investment because these fighters want to make big money when they face off against one another. When you get a Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford, they're going to want big money. They're going to want at least $5 million apiece. Okay, that's at the very least. Okay, now Terence Crawford gets a flat fee of about $3.5 million, and then Bob Arum tacks on another $1 million for every time he can't secure a big lucrative fight for Terence Bud Crawford. So he's going to stand to make about $4.5 million at the end of the day. Now, Keith Thurman originally, when this was originally talked about back in August, Keith Thurman stated that he wanted, according to reports, he wanted $10 million. Well, now Keith Thurman has since changed his tune, and Keith Thurman is stating that I don't need $10 million. I just need a respectable number and respect my bargaining, respect my worth. You understand? You know, I definitely bring something to the table. He stated that I'm the biggest fighter in the sport of boxing. You know, one of the biggest fighters. I bring in a lot of revenue. Now, Keith Thurman does bring a lot of excitement. Keith Thurman stated that, you know, it was a boring fight, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence. If he was in the fight, then he would indeed be, it would have been a more exciting fight. With that said, you know, Keith Thurman versus Terence Crawford is a huge fight. It's a big chess match, right? They're both very technical. They both have a high ring IQ. They both have power. They're both very athletic. So who knows how that fight is going to play out? It's a very interesting fight. Keith Thurman doesn't hold a belt right now, but it's still one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing that you can make, right? Now, for legacy-wise, for Terence Crawford needs this type of fight for his legacy moving forward to be remembered in the future. Terence Crawford is accomplished. He was undisputed at junior welterweight, right? So, you know, Terence Crawford has yet to secure that. He's been undisputed at 140. He was world champion at 135. He went to the UK. He beat Ricky Burns, who was a superstar in the UK. He's now a WBO champion at 147 at welterweight after he defeated Jeff Horn, who defeated Manny Pacquiao for that WBO belt. So with that said, you know, Terence Crawford he's admitting that when he did a sit down with Andre Ward, legend, Hall of Famer, superstar who retired early but undefeated, Andre SOG Ward, they did a special on ESPN called Relentless, in which Andre Ward asked Terence Crawford, you know, what do you think about your legacy? And Terence Crawford admitted that I don't have that big lucrative legacy fight on my resume yet. I'm seeking that out. So this is a fight that would do so. This would do that for Terence Crawford, okay? These guys are mixing it up on the PBC, Premier Boxing Champions, with founder and advisor Al Heyman. They're mixing it up on that side of the street, okay? You see Keith Thurman has fought Sean Porter and Danny Garcia and Manny Pacquiao. Sean Porter has fought Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, and Manny. He's looking to get a fight with Manny Pacquiao. Then you have Danny Garcia. He's fought Errol Spence, Sean Porter, and Keith Thurman. Now he came up short, but he got all of those fights. So they are mixing it up. The only missing fight in that entire equation is the fact that we haven't gotten Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman. That's a fight everybody wanted, but Keith Thurman was holding out, and it just didn't come to fruition. With that said, you know, this is a legacy fight for Terence Crawford, okay? When you look at yesteryear, the Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Duran, you know, they mixed it up with one another, okay? Hearns. Tommy Hearns, he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. He fought Marvin Hagler. He fought Roberto Duran. And vice versa. Marvin Hagler fought Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, and Duran. Sugar Ray Leonard, he fought Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, and Duran. You understand? Duran fought Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard. And you understand? So they fought each other. They mixed it up. That's how they are. That's why it's considered the golden era. We need them to mix it up. And all of these fights were close, okay? Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, close fight. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, close fight. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, close fight. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, close fight. Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao, close fight. Errol Spence, Sean Porter, close fight. Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, wasn't a close fight. He blew him out. But you understand where I'm getting at. These are legacy fights, and they were all entertaining. And this is what Terrence Crawford is missing out on. So when Bob Arum states that he'll give a flat $1 million fee for Sean Porter, who's a two-time welterweight world champion and been in some of the best action-packed fights, you only saying you're shortchanging his worth by saying you'll give him a flat fee of $1 million and then saying you'll give him some incentives on the back end. That's what he does with Terrence Crawford. And he's saying the same thing for Keith Thurman. These guys are used to making big money. Now, Keith Thurman did state that I would take a discount to fight Terrence Crawford, but you're not going to get, we're not going to go all the way. Like, I'm not looking to break bank on you, break your pockets, but I'm not going to you're not going to shortchange me that much either. Okay. You're not going to downplay my worth. And so Bob Arum, like I said, prior to the pandemic and prior to the social distancing and fans not being, you're missing that live revenue. You listen that closed circuit. That's what Bob Arum is getting at. But at the end of the day, you still need to make these big fights, and you have to somewhat keep it respectable as far as the purses go. So with that said, Bob Arum stated that let them find somebody else to fit the bill, and I'll buy a seat ringside because they're just going to lose money on these fights. Bob Arum is not high on Terrence Crawford worth anyway. He don't believe he's a big drawing power in the sport of boxing. And Bob Arum has stated that he lost a lot of money on Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford doesn't promote himself. So it's abundantly clear that Bob Arum doesn't believe that Terrence Crawford is a big draw within the sport of boxing. So with that said, this is definitely a fight that needs to take place. It needs to happen before Terrence Crawford retired and before Keith Thurman retired. Terrence Crawford is 33 years of age, and his contract is going to expire with Top Rank and Bob Arum in October. But by that time, Terrence Crawford will be 34 years old. These are fights he needs to make ASAP. He cannot continue to sit on the shelf and wait for these fights. Now, one thing is good in the sense where Sean Porter is a mandatory challenge for Terrence Crawford. But Bob Arum also stated that he'll let that fight go to purse bid. He'll let Al Heyman win and let Al Heyman have to fit the bill and be accountable for paying the purses for these fights. So this just lets you know Bob Arum is just not interested in paying big money for these fights. Prior to the pandemic, he stated that he was happy he didn't have to pay the $20 to $25 million for Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao is not a big draw as he once was prior to losing to Floyd Mayweather. So Bob Arum it's abundantly clear he has no interest in paying a lot of money out, paying out these big purses for these fights. And so he's just not going to do it, right? So like I said, if it was up to him, he already stated he washed his hands of Terrence Crawford. So it's not, it's not surprising that he said he'll let Terrence Crawford, if they could find another promoter to do it, that he'll let Terrence Crawford go. He's hinting at if Al Heyman would do it, fit the bill. So let's see how this plays out. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.